The Shallows is a 2016 survival horror film directed by Jaume Collet Serra. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. It stars Blake Lively, and it was Jaume's second feature after Orphan. Anyway, let's get on with the show. The plot of The Shallows revolves around a young woman named Nancy Adams, played by Blake Lively, who travels to a remote beach deep in Mexico in an attempt to cope with the recent death of her mother, and decides to catch a few waves. Cowabunga. While she's there, however, she crosses paths with a great white shark that is extremely territorial. She soon gets attacked by it and is forced to flee to an isolated rock and wait until the shark leaves, and must rely on what she's learned so far in medical school in order to survive. To make matters worse, the shark is showing no sign of leaving. This is a pretty cool plot. It's basically what would happen if you combined Castaway with Jaws and a little bit of Cujo. It is a very intense storyline because anytime any sort of help arrives, the shark immediately takes care of them. What's worse is that staying on the island will prove to be life-threatening as well, since the tide is slowly rising and the rock will be submerged deep underwater, which obviously would increase her chances of being caught. This premise was a lot of fun, and very gripping as well. I will also say it has a really smart main protagonist, which was very refreshing to see, so the predicaments she got into were more to do with the forces of nature rather than stupidity like some other horror films. Anyway, I give premise a B+. Very engaging. Next is acting, and Blake Lively was pretty amazing in this. She did a good job of taking us through the film and the exhilarating journey she went through, and she does it all with her acting, which manages to be subtle yet very believable as well. She also does a good job of portraying panic as well as fear, which only made me root for her survival even more. I give acting an A. Finally, directing. Jaume gave this film a very riveting edge, since he really showed no mercy with what the shark can do to a person. He pulls no punches as he actually shows some of the shark's victims still alive while the shark is feeding. There is even a very graphic scene involving someone's legs. Won't go into it, but damn is it one of the scariest scenes in the movie. It's pretty graphic too for PG-13. Jaume also does an amazing job of making Nancy relatable enough to make us want to see her survival. I give directing a B+. Overall, The Shallows is a very exciting film that pushes the boundaries of what can be done in PG-13. This legitimately gives it a lot of edge, and I applaud it for that. Is it scarier than Jaws? Maybe in some areas. Is it as grand and epic as Jaws? Hell no. But on its own, it serves as a very intense thriller that manages to get horrifyingly gruesome at times. I give The Shallows a B+. Thank you for watching. I know this is a bit of a late upload, but one of my family members did have surgery today, so had to stay with them for most of the day. But anyway, hope you enjoy watching, and don't forget to like and sub for more content.